Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about women of the wheel, icons who turned motion into momentum and spun their legacies on spokes, skates, and potter's wheels. These women harnessed the power of the axle, pushing their crafts and professions forward through their works and lives. It takes strength, speed, and determination to dominate on 8 wheels. Today's Womanican raced on the roller rink and was the first Black woman to play professional roller derby, even though she didn't intend on becoming the first anything. Please welcome Darlene Anderson. Darlene Anderson was born in 1939 in Pasadena, California. She was one of 5 siblings. With 3 older brothers, Darlene described herself as always the tomboy who thrived in competitive environments. Although Darlene's mother raised her to be a lady, she allowed Darlene to play sports as long as they weren't too rough. Darlene grew up playing baseball, but her mother forbade her after she concluded it was too rowdy. Her father allowed Darlene to continue playing, taking a just don't tell mom approach. Darlene's journey with roller derby began when her friends introduced her to the sport one day after school. In the 1950s and 60s, roller derby was one of the most popular up-and-coming sports in America. The roller rink was a site of leisure and sport, where tunes played and dance moves skated by. When Darlene began roller derby, it was also one of the few contact sports accessible for women. The sport has a long history of being both gender inclusive and accepting of queer skaters. Roller derby also has the same rules for both men's and women's games. Darlene was attracted to roller derby for its fast, rowdy, and thrilling nature, exactly what her mom feared her getting into. When Darlene wanted to go roller skating, she contorted the truth a bit. She told both her parents she was ice skating, a sport her mother approved of. Soon, Darlene and her friends were having sleepovers on Friday nights and then taking trolleys, trains, and buses from Pasadena down to Silver Lake to practice on Saturday mornings. After 4 hours, they would go downtown to watch the professional games. When Darlene has looked back on that time, she said that she was just doing what she liked and getting away with it. She never set her sights on joining a team or going professional. Things changed when Darlene was asked to attend timed trials for 2 professional teams, the Thunderbirds and the Red Devils. Not thinking much of it, Darlene went. For her, it was just another chance to skate. And when the Red Devils announced her name as their first pick, Darlene was more concerned with missing the last bus and upsetting her mom than the fact that she'd just been selected for a professional team. At the time of the trials, Darlene was just 16 years old. That meant she needed her parents' permission to go pro. Fortunately, Darlene's dad had her back, and soon, she was out competing on the rink for the Brooklyn Red Devils. Darlene was professional roller derby's first Black female skater. Articles from the time described her as an outstanding performer and roller derby demon. Her speed, stamina, and competitive spirit pushed her to the top, unanimously winning the Rookie of the Year award in 1958 at the age of 19. At Darlene's first game with the Red Devils, Darlene's mom was cheering in the stands. Although her expectations for roller derby may not have been completely in line with the reality of the sport. When girls in the row in front of Darlene's parents shouted, "Go, Darlene, go! Knock her down! Hit her!" Darlene's mother reached over and explained to them that Darlene is a lady. She isn't to knock anyone down. There were a few other Black professional athletes crossing the color line during that time, like Jackie Robinson in baseball and fellow Womanican Althea Gibson in tennis. But Darlene didn't have any mentors or peers with her on the rink. She was the only Black woman skating on the oval track. She traveled with the Red Devils throughout the country, but when they competed in the South, Darlene was sent home. At the time, she thought maybe it was because she wasn't a good enough skater. She later realized it was her team trying to keep her safe. In the segregated South, Darlene would not have been able to eat meals or live with her teammates. Darlene credits her faith and spirituality for guiding her through that time. She hadn't intended to be the first of anything, but she later embraced the position and focused on forging a path for future Black skaters. In addition to the Brooklyn Red Devils, Darlene went on to skate for the Hawaii All-Stars, New York Chiefs, and Los Angeles Braves, among others. She retired from skating in her early 30s and worked on the racetrack, where she became the first Black woman to be a clerk with the Southern California Racing Association. She retired in Altadena. In 2009, she was inducted into the Roller Derby Hall of Fame. All month long, we're talking about Women of the Wheel. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.